I don't think I'll be running those. I don't know how to deal with this. I believe I am live. So again, once again, hello everybody. My name is your Cup of Joe, and I'll be casting today's game of BoozeBash. This is the Chemtech playoffs, Piltover versus Shurima. I believe the teams are getting ready. They have the draft listed. You go ahead and make sure that everything is in order. I'm having a little bit of trouble with some of the UI related things here, but that's not to say that we are not ready. Let's go ahead and have the draft pulled up shortly here. Let's see if I can pop the window capture and change it over. See, we're still waiting. I don't think there are any subs, fortunately, but there have been a lot of people who are just heading out for the sweet, sweet vacation. So hopefully, if you're going out, have a safe travel, have a safe trip. If you're still in town, glad to have you here. Hope you're watching, tuning in to some absolutely banger gameplay. Let's go ahead and switch over to, it's not letting me. Give me 1 second. That is weird. It's not letting me adjust to the draft law, which I apparently have access to otherwise. There we go. Draft law opera, I believe this is the correct one. We have Piltover Shurima up on the board. Let us get that settled in. Let me go ahead and adjust some stuff here so everybody can see. Obviously I have some of the new icons. I'm trying to see what I can do to get rid of everything I can that is not relevant here. Freljord, Acathia, Ionia, Ixtal, Noxus, we have some across all of them. Piltover, however, is... oh, that's not what I'm trying to do. Come on. Balance it over. I'm not. To Noxus, I'm to Piltover, please. Go ahead and move it, and it looks like it needs to be rotated. The looks of it. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Mom's calling me. I'll be right back, y'all. Let me also go ahead and turn off the video capture real quick. All right, we are back in action. Let's see what the rest of the team is saying. It looks like the stream is good. Mary calling me out. My mom is calling me. But yeah, it looks like Noodle Magic's saying that they're ready whenever. Looks like both teams seem to be raring to go, preparing to see who comes out the victor in Chemtech's first playoff game. Or is it the first playoff? I don't think it's the first. I'm trolling. Piltover versus Shurima's first game this week. I'm going to be adjusting some of these icons, so just bear with me here. That's about all that we're doing. It's Shadow Isles, I believe. So let's go ahead and adjust some of the other ones. Shurima can stay. Oh, did I delete Piltover? I did not mean to do that. Shurima, there you are. Put them in the corners. It looks like we are starting to move into the bands here. Let's go ahead and I'll just very shortly. I need to quickly move this PNG because my OCD demands it. The corner, Paragon and Zon. Let me get that cleared away and move the window back. Oh, looks like Acathia wanted to pop, or the Void wanted to pop in. Purple Gang seeming to live throughout. So in terms of bands, looks like we have Tahala's Caitlyn band there, Merrick's Kali there, and Leona band away. It looks like on the other side they decided to ban away two of Matt's champion, Matt's Kha'Zix and Matt's Udir's band, as well as Urgot top here. One time we can't get the Urgot. Yeah, so Fudge Cow is not happy about that. That being said, looks like we're moving straight into our picks. Looks like for Shurima, they're going ahead and picking the jungler and the support out. They have a Mumu and Rel, both really nice lockdown team fight-based champions. We have Misfortune being picked away because we know that Tahala can play a really mean Misfortune. So let's hope that Piltover can really utilize this Misfortune pick as well as Tahala did in their previous series. Moving on, Blue has Blue has 2 more picks here before we slowly but surely get through to the final pick for Red Team before we move on to bans. Looks like we're seeing Belveth being picked here. This is interesting because for the first time, we are going to be seeing, it's the first time, I have no idea, but for my personal experience, I think this is Matt's Belveth. And we're going to be able to see how that fares in today's playoff game. On the other side, we have Jinx. Jinx is a very good carry right now. Crit items are very much in her favor. And I think that with the fact that she can get her passive ramping up, especially in these team fights, with her AoE Q, with her ulti that does a lot of damage. If a Jinx gets to that snowball stage, she might become just unstoppable to deal with. Rel and Amumu, while being really good at starting fights and initiating these team fights in a kind of AoE setting, they can also really peel quite well for Jinx if that needs to be the case. Looks like they're going to ban away Zac here. This is likely Zac top. We get to see Asol banned away. I'm not sure who that Asol is for. I'm not sure if Noodle Magic plays Asol as much as its Asian Fool does. We also see Silas being banned away. Actually, do we have any subs here? It's like we are missing somebody here. But again, we're just waiting. Looks like we have some banter going on. Lol, I suck at Silas, says Milton Fudgecow. Why ban? Looks like they're going to go ahead and pick Xerath as the artillery AP mid laner. This is going to be a very solid pick. I think they have a lot of balance in terms of their damage, in terms of their peel and frontline. It's going to be interesting to see what the top lane picks at the end of the day. Meanwhile, with top lane having that last pick advantage, we're going to go ahead and see what the rest of Piltover picks out here. Malphite top, very safe pick, very nice pick to make sure that we either initiate and go ham on Jinx, lock her down, or we decide to go ahead and peel for the rest of the team. Malphite is pretty versatile and, as always, a very solid top lane pick. Also a very solid top lane front line because Malphite traditionally goes tank. More recently, I've seen people go a mix of tank and AP, but overall is a very solid pick. Ziggs is nice, interaction between Ziggs and Xerath. I think is a very decent pick, counter to Xerath's kind of artillery-based abilities. Ziggs also has a very wide-ranged ult. And that doesn't need to be necessarily a skill shot or something that needs to be hit in a volley. And it looks like we have Dr. Mundo, to round out today's comp for Shurima. Shurima has a very solid frontline, Mumu, Rel, and Dr. Mundo. Meanwhile, we have Malphite as kind of the only frontline kind of required at this point to be the traditional tank here. Meanwhile, we have Ziggs by way of AP damage. Belveth has a kind of a bruisery build, I guess, kind of weaving in and out, trying to get to that back line and just absolutely dunking on top of Jinx or Xerath. That scared the crap out of me. Milton Fudgecal, thanks so much for subscribing today. Best of luck in your game. Looks like we have Milio as a kind of a emergency button, just to make sure that we have MF and Belveth or Ziggs, just all being safe whenever they're dealing with Rel or Mumu or even Xerath. So it looks like both teams are now ready. We have the Dandelion and Miss Danzy finally in their place. I think Miss Danzy was the one we were waiting on. Both teams seem to be ready. Looks like we're going to go straight into these picks. Let me go ahead and move over from the window capture. Let me just adjust it, actually. I think I could make this a little more seamless. And immediately, we're going straight into our pick bands. I don't think there's anything being cut out, so I'm just going to keep it like this. Now, if there's anything in terms of the kind of controls, just let me know. I'm going to try and keep a window open, an eye out for Twitch chat. I did go to Emory, DJ. It's just something I did. I don't think that's anything special. Matt just wants to carry. I mean, it's quite obvious Matt wants to carry. If he's going Belveth, I mean, he has a big weight to carry. Not saying that his team is hard to carry. It's just that Belveth as a champion, if you flounder, you really can be struggling. It looks like Matt actually DC'd here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Lol, this fucking guy. Report Tony? Oh, they're fucking slow. Who's Tony? I'm assuming we're talking about somebody on either team. If not, I am assuming that it's Anthony, aka Library 11. I was thinking about Mundo. Bro, it's 50K semester. I mean, it is if you don't have any scholarships. But I'm just going to leave it at that and we move on. Yeah. Edgar knows what's up. I'm just chilling now. I mean, in terms of job right now, I'm floating in between jobs, trying to get into a post-bac program. But anyway, we move on. Looks like we have a very wild Twitch chat going on. Yeah, and we have a pretty solid showing here. Glad to have all of y'all watching today's BoozeBash Chemtech game. I'm really excited because this is playoffs and now it's kind of all one for all the marbles type of deal. I believe we're doing a double elim bracket. Though don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I looked at all of the rules and regulations. Moving on, looks like these. I mean, draft is proceeding at pace. We have Malphite, Tony top and silver. So Fudge Cow is actually going to mid here. Noodle Magic on ADC. Likely that Miss Asian Fool is going to be playing jungle. And Miss Dante on support. So that would mean that Milio's playing. Miss Dante is going to be playing Milio, and its Asian Fool is going to be playing Belveth. Now, last week we did see Rel being played by Majestic. Really solid job. Overstep a couple of times, but team was right back there to back her up, and she was able to really get a lot of nasty ults on top of their enemy team and be a vital part of each team fight. I'm really interested to see whether she could replicate her performance from last series. In terms of other players here, it looks like Dandelion's going to be on Dr. Mundo, Tahala on Jinx. I believe she's the ADC consistently. And Merrick on Zerath, and yeah, Mumu Jungle. I forget. I need to be more familiar with the names, but Mumu Jungle there. So yeah. Anywho, I mean, there's the lineup. We're gonna have to wait another 3 minutes. Hope you guys are kind of settling down. If you are traveling. Thanks for watching us through your travels. If you are just sitting tight, hopefully you have a snack pulled up. It's going to be a great series. And just let us know in the comments or in Twitch chat what you're snacking on. Whether it's pizza rolls, some chips. I myself personally have some veggie straws because I am fiending for some chips, but also hoping to not get too fat off of them. So, apart from that, I also have some water in the back. Trying to lay off the beer. Went a little ham over last weekend, meeting up with some friends. But overall, whoever said that, Matthias, you should try veggie straws with chocolate milk. If it was the original, I may have said maybe, but these are the ranch flavored veggie straws, and I don't think that would do well. I think that the sourness would go absolutely horrendously with the chocolate milk. So we regret to inform you, but that is a questionable choice of combination for across two snacks, or a snack and a drink. Cthulhu, are you okay, Maddie? I would have to agree with Cthulhu there. That is a very interesting choice of words, or a choice of foods to eat together. Now, if you're chilling with us here for some time, it looks like the standings are apace. Let me go ahead and quickly pull up the standings for each team, or I should say for the Chemtech League. Let me quickly adjust my window capture here. Actually, I don't even need to. I'll just rattle it off, seeing that there may be some privacy stuff here. Chemtech League standings. It looks like Targon is in first here. 4-2, 4 wins, 2 losses, with 10 wins across all of the games, and to 4 losses. Piltover coming in close, 4 wins, 2 losses, same, but within the series, there's only been 8 wins, 5 losses. Shurima, meanwhile, has an even 3-3, 3 wins, 3 losses, with 6 wins in those series, 7 losses in those series. And Crystal Scar, pulling it back, surprisingly, 1-5, 1 win, 5 losses across series, 2 wins, 10 losses overall. But again, as we head into playoffs, it is still anyone's game. It means that we are simply seeing all of these teams lock in. Everyone loves a good underdog story. I completely agree. Wait for it. I am looking forward to seeing how each of these teams shape up as they enter the playoffs. I, as a player myself, am hoping to see some changes, some us locking in, all of the teams locking in, and I'm pretty excited for what this week entails. Now we are about 30 seconds away. That means we're going to switch to a different capture here. I may have to switch to Observer, which means that for a time being, my webcam will disappear. Now, I believe you can still hear me. Perfect. Just making sure that there are no issues here. Looking for a game to capture. I believe my game capture device should work as is. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Miniaturized. Let's see. There's the game. Will it load is the question. No is the short answer. Oh, unless. Here we are. Looks like I don't have to touch anything. Thank you, Matt, for letting me use your overlay. Let me go ahead and do Control-Shift-Z. Oh no, Window-Shift-Z and scroll out. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Here looks like it looks to be an interesting positioning here. Bot lane looking to 5-point, or at least initiate the 5-point. Danzy, Merrick, and Kel moving aggressively to get this early bush. Will Tony Top walk in? We don't know. Meanwhile, it looks like we are doing a 4 points here. I mean, mid lane tends to be a little bit safer. Majestic and Tahala being very proactive here, having that early map control. Kel, in the meantime, Kel, Merrick, and Dandelion looks like they're moving in and trying to see what they can see in the blue side jungle here. Looks like Fudge Cow gets a nice hit. Good proc on the Mana Flow Bland. Merrick did the same, I believe, with First Strike and the Mana Flow Bland back. Yeah, Cal looks to be just waiting around. Merrick and Fudge Cow looking around. Nice proc on Merrick for that First Strike already coming in clutch. 10 gold on the board. Let's go ahead and adjust. I'm trying to see if I can get rid of that time controls. There we go. Looks like Noodle is already getting cut out. Majestic and Tahala kind of creating this rough situation. Early flash out. I believe heal was also burned. No heal. Flash was burned, but that's nice because we also got to see Ignite burned on the way of Majestic. But that means that they're going to lose this first wave. And if Tahala just freezes this wave, he's going to lose a lot of EXP, and it's just going to be behind for a lot of this. Dandelion and Tony Top just duking it out as top laners do. Merrick taking a lot of damage there. Scourge plus those early Qs really hitting. Fudge Cow does get level 2 here. Will he look for a lethal hit? Looks like a lot of those abilities are being hit While bot lane is looking pretty rough, Danzy getting hit there. While bot lane does look pretty rough for Piltover, it looks like mid's looking pretty nice. And Merrick's being pushed back quite a bit. Merrick losing that first strike. Its Agent Fool is already looking bot here, clearing out the bot 3 jungles, realizing that this bot lane is rather volatile. Noodle Magic is coming in. Level 1 versus a double level 2 here. Looks like Majestic is able to get out. Will Majestic early flash out? Very nice. That was a very safe attempt. Its Agent Fool did take quite a bit of damage, but was able to heal up very, very quickly. While I am unaware of how this will shape up to be, it looks like they both have level 2 now, both bot lane, I guess teams do. With that in mind, I believe Kel is a bit ahead. Yeah, Kel's ahead by almost 2 camps now. Will its Agent Fool be able to catch up? Fudge Kel pushing quite aggressively forward, looking to poke Merrick down under tower. Kel, meanwhile, is doing blue, finishing all of this and potentially all of the camps that he has in his jungle and potentially moving down for a nice bot lane gank. Miss Danzy and Noodle Magic are pushed up a little bit, so this may be a really nice pick if they're able to get that. Tahala, nice poke, proccing that the stone plating there. And with that, we're moving straight in. Tahala and Majestic, we're looking a bit forward. They know they have Kel moving in. I don't know why I thought it wasn't Kel. Meanwhile, we have its Agent Fool already getting the Scuttle Crab. It looks like Dandelions confirms it and knows that its Agent Fool is likely topside, so he's probably going to play. They're probably going to play safer. Meanwhile, it looks like Kel actually made sure that this mid wave was nicely prepared for Merrick. Merrick comes back with using TP. Merrick loses first strike there. But it looks like Fudge Cow still hasn't moved stuff around, still hasn't backed yet. Let me go ahead and move this around. I forget to do this every single time. It looks like now the scoreboard's a little bit more palatable to look at. They call Tahala the Poke Pope. I agree. Majestic looking forward, looking to see if there's anything to catch. Did land a stun off. And Majestic, I mean, after all of that, Majestic barely took an 1/8 of her health. Meanwhile, Noodle Magic out of mana and already almost looking at half health. It's not looking too good right now for Piltover's bot lane. You could see the sustain kind of coming in clutch for some of these lanes. Noodle Magic. But you can't blame Noodle Magic right now, because if you look, Noodle Magic actually started with tier. This means that she's very limited in what she can do at the moment, but I'm assuming that tier will slowly build towards a Mana Moon. Meanwhile, we have the standard start for Tahala. It looks like its Agent Fool cleared out the lane and is looking slowly for that bot lane. He knows that this is a volatile hit. Majestic being caught out after being launched in. Looks like first blood goes to Belveth, its Agent Fool. And what a nice hold there. Playing that vision correctly, knowing that Majestic loves pulling that dive in, all in trigger. Now, this means that first blood does go to Matt. A lot of gold just immediately went towards, not a lot of gold, 300 gold went towards Piltover there. And looks like we're going to go ahead and split the map. Tony Top, knowing that they're going to go ahead and take those grubs, probably all 3. Looks like we're going to go ahead and get the other neutral objective, or Piltover will get the other neutral objective. Fudge Cow trying to see if they can disrupt anything here. It's looking pretty good for both teams. Both teams are matching pace quite well. And you can already see, I mean, the gold fluctuation is pretty simple as Tahala continues to farm like a madman. 52 to 35, you can already see there's a significant difference in CS. And a matter of fact, it's a bit of a mirror match here, as Dandelion's also farming very, very efficiently here versus Tony Top. Let's see. Fudge Cow, really nice poke there. And while Dandelion does have the level advantage, Dandelion is already at half health. Looks like maybe in a tough spot. Again, a very nasty poke there. Fudge Cow not letting Merrick go. And I really like this because Merrick is now forced to stay a little further back because he knows that Fudge Cow could easily just land a Q into an ult or something like that. Meaning that he also does lose quite a bit of CS here. And without TP, yeah, that entire wave will not go anywhere. Dandelion has the back here. While he has ult, and while it does look fine for Dandelion to go in, I think he has a really good gold. He has a really good buy here. He has Giant Belt, Crystal Invasion, very likely to build for, a TP plus a catch by Kel. Looks like this Malphite may be forced to ult away. Looks like no ulti in store. And with that, a really solid ulti for Kel means that Dandelion's able to ghost in and get the kill. 1-1 is the score. And again, it looks like Shurima is playing this slow and steady, making sure that they make their carries shine. They have a really solid late game comp. And it's going to be up to carries like Noodle Magic and Asian Fool. What a really solid kick by Miss Danzy, preventing anything from going on there. It's Asian Fool missing a dash, but it doesn't matter because he does get the flash for Merrick. Really solid damage going on. Dandelion gets the plate there, 2 plates to their name, excuse me. And it looks like we are moving on apace. No, nothing much going on, just some casual CS. Fudge Cow and Merrick just slowly duking it out. Again, nice first strike by Merrick. Like Tony Top is looking to see if there's anything they could do. But Dandelion landing a very solid Q. You could already see how much damage that's been doing. And, I mean, unfortunately for Tony Top, he's building what looks like a Sunfire Cape. But I believe the Q damage is a mix of health or percent health and magic damage. Looks like Kel finds Miss Danzy here while she's clearing out a ward, having to flash out. Really solid flash. Nothing much hits afterwards. Miss Danzy lands. Looks like Tahara lands the ult, and Miss Danzy does fall. Really nice logic play by Tahala there. Initially missing the Q, or not Q, the W, kind of giving Miss Danzy a false sense of security. And it looks like Noodle Magic's aim here is to just get rid of the wave. And it looks like she ults the wave. Tahala fights back in turn. Kel is caught out here. Will Kel be able to stay? It looks like there's a back. Looks like Majestic is preventing Noodle Magic from backing here. And Tahala might look for a kill if any of these hit. With Miss Danzy in tow, looks like Noodle Magic can stay. Just a little while longer. It's Agent Full, Fudge Cow, and Tony Top all here. Kel and Merrick kind of stacked on top of each other. It might be a good angle, but it looks like Dandelion is defending very well, preventing them from pushing up much. And will Tony Top look for anything here? No, it does not look like it. So we just missed some combat bot. Noodle Magic taking an unfavorable trade. Miss Danzy looking forward to prevent anything from happening to Noodle Magic. Tony Top is fighting Dandelion here. I'm not sure if they want this, but it looks like Dandelion is going to be tanking it quite a bit. They're weaving in and out. Looks like Tony Top unable to use his ult. And with that, Dandelion pushing forward aggressively and will be able to dodge. Oh my goodness, Dandelion pushing so far forward. Looks like Fudge Cow is now caught. And with that, there's 2 kills going to Shurima. It's not looking too good for Piltover right now. And again, it's really crucial that Tony Top presses ult there. I mean, I understand that he was in a tight spot, but can't save it for next game. This is A very important game to start off. So we have some toxicity going on in stream chat. Mods, can we moderate this? Make it more civil here. I don't want no civil war going on in chat. Merrick, solid pull. And with all of the Void Grubs going by way of Shurima, it's looking really easy for Dandelion, for Merrick, and especially for that bot lane Tahala and Majestic, for them to go ahead and push with reckless abandon. Dandelion is just walking in and out, knowing that he can get that plate. Kel is nearby. Oh, and with that, it's Agentful gets it, baits out all of them, but it looks like they know that something was amiss. So we get flashes going out. Actually, no flash. We got Agentful flash, but it looks like they were able to just immediately disperse that. Now, because they spent so much time topside, it looks like we have a 5-man dragon going on here. Looks like Tony Top is giving up top lane, top tower, tier 1 for that. But that does mean that they are ahead in dragon. Now, with the Hex Gates activating, this means that the rotations will be a lot more fiercer, meaning that both all of the laners can get to the side lanes much more quickly, initiating pushes. And this doesn't just mean for Piltover, but also for Shurima as well. This may not be a favorable dragon for Piltover. As we already know, Dandelion has Demolish and can push really, really quickly. We know that Merrick is already scaling quite well. While Merrick has not caught up in terms of CS, Merrick has a kill. And, ooh, you can already see that damage coming in. Miss Danzy is baiting quite well, and we do have an ult and a TP coming in, but I'm not sure if they can win this. Agentful is doing what he can. Looks like Miss Danzy and Noodle Magic are all in a safer spot. Oh, what a snipe! Weaving through its Agentful. It looks like that ult lands on top of everybody. Tahala may be caught out here, but it looks like Merrick is looking to find a kill. Will Merrick land? It does not land. Fudge Cow pushing forward. With missing that, Fudge Cow does flash away to safety. Its Agentful gets a stack off of Tahala there. But I don't think that was a favorable trade. We do lose, I believe. Oh, it was Milio for Tahala. Actually, that was a favorable trade. That wasn't terrible. It looks like Mumu does get Rift Herald from that. So with that in mind, you can already see Belveth isn't able to get his earlier power spikes. He kind of wasn't able to activate by way of the neutral objectives top side. And I think that was really smart of Shurima, just making sure that nothing like that happens. Looks like Dandelion is going to stay bot. Meanwhile, we have Shurima's bot lane roaming mid. Agentful has done a really good job here of making sure his CS doesn't fall behind as he does all these ganks. So impressive job there. Looks like Fudge Cow is defending that turret vigorously. And while we did lose top turret for Piltover, and bot and mid both look rather weak, it may only be a matter of time before those other turrets, Shurima's tier 1 turrets, will slowly loosen up. This Danzy looks like caught the latter end of that W. Noodle Magic may be caught here. Dandelion's going to provide a lot of damage here. That was a very late cleanse, unfortunately. And with that, it looks like Dandelion just runs down Noodle Magic and is caught. And with that, the bot lane turret and the mid lane turret are both down. A 3-0 turret advantage for Shurima. Oh my goodness, that just dying. It's so unfortunate. Looks like that Rift Herald did not make it. Tahala is a little forward. Doesn't know where Agentful is. This might be a very nice pick, but they're already instinctively looking downwards, which means that its Agentful can't position himself in a good spot there. He reveals himself and helps take care of the mid CS so that they don't siege any further. Meanwhile, Kel, being very busy and knowing that his team has the map control, takes care of a lot of Matt's jungle. Doesn't have much to offer, and he's trying to slow down whatever scaling he can do. Looks like they're going to look for Matt, and they're going to prevent him from getting any of these farms. Just rather frustrating. And with that, it looks like the Chemtech Drake, excuse me, is going to come up in a minute. Miss Danzy getting caught out there, having to flash out. Not enough. Tahala's ult landing. Hasn't missed an ult yet. Rather impressive here by Tahala. Tony Top looking for a solid ulti. Misses everyone. Oh no, that's a tragic play there. And with that, it's Agent Full looks for a Hail Mary play, but it's getting caught out. The Ignite from Majestic landing. Noodle Magic also getting caught out. Fudge Cow also having to just walk away. That was a very poor team fight for Piltover, and it looks like they're not going to be able to get much more than that. And it's such a shame because everybody on Shurima's team is really low, and I'm not sure if they're able to really do much. Merrick, seeing the caution there, backs away a little bit further before recalling, knowing that he could be caught out by Fudge Cow. And there you can already see Fudge Cow moving forward and warding for that upcoming Hextech Drake. Looks like Dandelion's Q connected, and this may be a dangerous position for Fudge Cow to be in. And with that, Heartsteel proc into E means that Fudge Cow now dies. Kel using the Hex Gates to immediately find a map control and advantage on Piltover's side. This is looking rather bleak for Piltover. Shurima now securing their first dragon. It's Hextech Drake, and this means that I believe Hextech Drake provides 5 ability haste and 5% attack speed per stack. That's going to be really good for Tahala, as she wants to hit those abilities. She wants to constantly just apply that DPS. Sage Full and Tony Top currently helping each other clear out that jungle. That ward was not observed. That's crazy. And you can already see here that we have some sort of builds going on here. So Dandelion's already working on their third item. We have Tahala working on what appears to be, I believe, Infinity Edge. Very strong item. He should have it as soon as he backs. Tony Top completing that Sunfires and now building that Merc Treads. Though I'm not sure how much he can do besides build tank at this point. It's kind of rough for him because, I mean, he just gets run down at this point. It's just kind of rough. Agent Full with a solid build. It looks like he's building Kraken Slayer. That could be a Stride Breaker, which is solid for slowing down the enemy carries, preventing them from getting away as easily. It could also be a Titanic or a Ravenous. I have no idea so far. Ziggs, a Fudge Cow. Looks like he's building the Blackfire Torch, followed by Faded Ashes. It's very interesting to see what happens. Fudge Cow dies for the turret. Valiant effort. He is 1 in 3 right now, so I'm not sure how much that was worth. Tahala gets the kill with red buff, with everything. Tony Top may have to ult away. Tahala actually could have gone in hard, but he didn't have anybody else to back him up. So it looks like Noodle Magic gets to just walk back. Tahala, oh my goodness, just barely. Will a Q hit? Tahala kiting away. It looks like Tony Top is not able to capitalize on that. It's Agent Full now caught out, stunned away. He gets it. It looks like with a ricochet, Noodle Magic gets the kill onto Tahala. Nice shutdown going to Noodle Magic there. Dandelion, meanwhile, is wreaking havoc on that bot lane tower. Tier 2 tower. Already half health because of the Demolish plus. Oh my gosh, you can already see the E proc there. That was disgusting. As it kills an enemy minion, it just sears through and is an AoE attack in a straight line. It hit Ms. Danzy, and you can already see it did like almost half of her health. It looks like they're unable to complete this Baron. Just doing a little bit too much damage. Yeah, it looks like Rel taking a little too much damage. Mumu realizing that Tahala wasn't there. They're not able to complete in time. Might have been a minor misplay, but I don't think it really affects the overall scheme of the game. Tempo is still very much in Shurima's hands. The The Hextech Drake is coming in 2 minutes. It doesn't look like there's anything else on the map. So this is Piltover's time to shine. See if they can find any picks. See if they can also figure out if there's anything they could do to quicken their carries and make for a valuable... Oh, looks like Dandelion. I mean, Mundo goes where he pleases. He's level 15 to, let's just say, for example, Noodle Magic and Miss Danzy's level 10. It is a very clear level deficit here. And we'll see how catch-up XP actually plays a factor here. They're looking for this tower, and they may just look even deeper here. Will Tony Top find an angle to go all in? Sageful missing that Q, or missing that the knock up there, which is fine. Fudge Cow and Tony Top are looking on the side. Will they find anyone here? Looks like another Q goes down, but it does not connect. Merrick, on the meantime, is in the back. Looks like he's going to confirm that tier 2 tower in the bot lane. They can't really do much because he does have a wave, and he is going to confirm that bot tier 2 tower. Tony Top is putting himself in a rather dangerous spot because, I mean, you could already see the damage. Half health by just a couple of autos, Heartsteel, E, and Q. Merrick trying to TP away, but it is too ambitious. Looks like it's Agent Fool cancels the TP and claims Merrick as a new victim. Devouring Merrick. It looks like it's Agent Fool knows that he can't really contest that Baron. Will he stay bot? He does stay bot. They're going to give up that Baron so that they can get Soul Point. I actually like this because this means that this delays Shurima's dragons by 1. And while Baron is absolutely devastating because Shurima has just a really nice sieging power, Tony Top isn't there. Tony Top is just watching guard. I'm not sure if that positioning is great because they are going to lose tier 2 mid here. Dandelion tries to go for the steal. They can't do much else. Fudge Cow gets half health. Not sure if they want to take this trade, but it looks like they're going to commit for it. We see the ult proc. We see it's Agent Fool go for it. Team is in a disarray because it looks like we have Kel, Tahala, and Majestic just clearing through all of that. And Dandelion is going to chase. Looks like Merrick is slowly behind. I'm not sure if they want this, but they're going to stay. Looks like Dandelion does land quite a bit of things. Oh, I hate that. It looks like the game is over, but we'll see how it happens here. That is unfortunate. Kel struggling to get out. Looks like Noodle Match does pick up some kills. And with that, a lot of deaths have just happened. Let's see what happens. I'm so sorry for that, by the way. They were able to stop the backs effectively, and you could already see that this is an open nexus. It is only a matter of time before Shurima breaches the gates. Now, I mean, they have the games thrown wide open for them. Shurima doesn't have to do much. Agent Fool farming it up because he knows like this is the last chance he'll ever have to farm if the game ends very shortly. Fudge Cow getting caught out again. Dandelion just showing how easily he could stick to champions like glue. And I mean, despite all of that, Fudge Cow's already half health, slowly regenning back because of the red buff. But I mean, the gates are open, and they can't leave mid vulnerable for too long. It's like Fudge Cow. I'm not sure if this game ends. I'm not sure what that was. I had a weird glitch. But it looks like Fudge Cow is going to defend this with his life. And that Baron buff hasn't gone out yet, so we'll see how that fares. We have Tony Top kind of looking for an angle here for Majestic and Merrick. I'm not sure if he's able to find it. Meanwhile, we have the rest of the team over by mid. I'm going to go ahead and mute my client going forward so that we don't see anything like that. All right, DJ. Looks like there's a valiant effort Piltover to see if they could do anything. They did not have Fudge Cow in that fight, however. So it was a 5v4, and unfortunately with that, looks like it spells the end for Piltover for this game. Dandelion already ignoring the support, decides not support, ignoring Noodle Magic, decides to go ahead and end the game here. Damn, Azalea got so much better at GG. Looks like they're upset about the new support, or the new sub, excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and quickly adjust some things here because that was rather unfortunate that we were able to hear all of those notifications and whatnot. So let me go ahead and sound. Client-wise, I'm going to not enable any of the sounds. That way, it's a lot easier for us. The game lobby is full. I'm going to go ahead and let them know. Means they have been expecting me. We can't hear game sound, Mr. Joe? Well, I mean, hey, the client sounds, I'm pretty sure does come out. So I'm pretty sure. I mean, client closed during game never. I mean, my League client has issues, so I'll just say that. I don't believe we can hear client either. That's the point. We would rather you don't. The game in-game sounds, however, are on and should be picked up. So I don't know what's going on there. Go ahead and move down here. Looks like we have the draft law. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. We'll have that up shortly. Where's my window catcher? Ooh, that is not what I wanted to show. Hilarious. Come on. There you are. Why does it look horrible? Well, there you have it. It's playable. Oh my goodness. Why is this so annoying to deal with? Move it over and around. Here we are. All right. Wonderful game by Shurima. Just slowly letting their carries do their thing. Get some nice picks early on and let them snowball into victory. It was a very, very strong victory by Shurima. Piltover did what they could. They got a couple towers, but they weren't able to really push beyond getting those early neutral objectives. And, I mean, as the carries got stronger, they just became harder and harder to kill. So I'm not having any of that negativity showing. I don't like when people say who's worst or who's best. I think that's all subjective, and I think people have the capacity to improve. Meanwhile, we're just going to go ahead and wait here and the draft, as the draft slowly but surely gets its way, goes underway. Looks like we're waiting for Fudge Cow. Very nice. You know what? I could do this. Just give me 1 second. Let me split that up. Hopefully that doesn't affect the stream at all. It does not. Perfect. Let me see the chat. I mean, what do you mean? I don't think that's anything conducive. So why would I let you see the chat? I don't think you're gonna say anything productive. So, no. That's a big fat no. I would rather listen to Joe's voice unfiltered. I mean, this is my voice unfiltered. Don't know what else to tell you. I'm ready. Yeah. I'm just looking at Twitch chat for now. I guess I could do this. Hey, mental health is important. That is something to not take lightly. Appreciate you for doing that. Do any mods watch these games? You tell me, Sammy. I don't know. We have Edgar Allan Poe chilling here. Probably the audio source. Let's see. Yeah, we can check to see if the audio is not playing. Might be because I had the recent couch cast going on. So, looks like we're moving on to the bands. It looks like Piltover, mimicking the bands from last game. Looks like they're banning out Caitlyn for Tahala's Caitlyn. Kel's Amumu gets banned out here. And meanwhile, we see Shurima go with the same 3 bands, knowing that if they let any of them through, it might actually change the tides in this series. So very solid bands by way of Shurima. Piltover adjusting their bands accordingly. I like that a lot. It looks like I'm stuck here in this sort of waiting period. Let me see if... No, it looks like we do confirm it. It is Shyvana as the last ban here. I'm getting a little tired, so you can hear my voice get a little bit deeper. But in the meantime, I hope you guys are doing well. If you finished all your snacks, go ahead and get some more. It looks like this series is heating up. Let's see. We finally have Zach popping in. As a former mod, he's yelling, "Mods, where are they?" So we see a Zaya pick that probably is Noodle Magic Zaya with Miss Danzy's Lux showing up. Or it could be Fudge Cow's Lux mid. Pretty solid there. Chase, I made mac and cheese from scratch, was good. Solid. Love a good mac and cheese. One of my favorite American foods. See what else we got here. It looks like we have a definite pick. It looks like Tahala is confident that he'll do well, or they'll do well on Misfortune. And we also have Zach popping in as well. It looks like there's a weird... I guess they didn't pick their first pick. Let me go ahead and check what that was. First pick was Leona, so just a picture of Leona there. You know, Silas coming out. Maybe they were right in banning out the Silas round 2 because we get to see it now. And I think that does confirm that this is a Lux coming in as support. Oh, nope. It switched around. It looks like it was Lee Sin last second. Psych. All right, moving into red band. Let's see what they decide to ban out. We know that it's a bot lane, jungle, and ADC shown, so we're going to ban out somebody mid or top here. I think Mundo would be a solid ban here because you saw how disgusting Dandelion's Mundo was there. So I'll probably could hear that. I'm going to snack on stream because solo casting, it's going to cost a lot. We see the Warwick ban. And meanwhile, we also see a Acel ban. I'm not sure about the Acel ban because we already know that Matt's probably going to play Lee Sin. Merrick's mid. Akali is put on the table there. I guess they didn't see mid as an issue. But they also neglected to realize that the Mundo did a lot there too. Fudge Cow also plays Acel, I see. Well, there you have it. So again, respect bans go out to Fudge Cow there. Then double mid ban there. What will Tony top and Fudge Cow play here? I don't know who's picking for who, but we'll decide here. We get a Malzahar pick. Nice for locking things down. It can be caught in a pinch, especially with the Zac jungle. Tony Mal's mid. Cool. I would like to see the Zac go jungle. Hey, if the Zac went jungle, that'd be great. I just realized you're absolutely right. It could be Dandelion Zac top as well. Yep, it's a good call out. Looks like we have Swain coming in as the likely mid laner here. Swain mid, probably Merrick's playing that. And I mean, Swain mid's really nice if you want to get all down and dirty in the midst of a team fight. And with Vi being confirmed by Shurima, it looks like it is in fact a Zac top, Vi jungle. And again, Vi's another one of those champs that likes ganking. Malzahar might be put into a pinch, especially if he doesn't have his Black Shield. Merrick Vi, that's right. Merrick did play Vi a couple last series. So this may be Kel's Swain then? They do this every time they ban Kel's 2 jungles. Fair enough. Kel also has Rammus, not 2, 3. Respect the three trick ponies. But it looks like the draft is finished with that. Leona, Misfortune, Zac, Swain, and Vi by way of Shurima. Lux, Xayah, Lee Sin, Malzahar, and Mordekaiser by way of Piltover. Mordekaiser top. Looks like we have a lot of AP, but also quite a bit balance with Xayah and Lee Sin. Mordekaiser is a very solid frontliner as well. Yeah, Kel's Warwick got banned. Yeah. 2 main jungles and 1 side piece. Come on now. Give Kel some respect. There's a reason why we have Kel's name 3 times as one of our alerts. 3 bans towards jungle. I've never seen anything more respectful. All right. Now with that, the draft lull is over. Let me go ahead and move back to the... pull it back up here. I feel like a boomer. Give me 1 second while I move back to the client. I need to bio real quick. Sorry all. Yeah, there we go. Let me go ahead and pull up the Twitch chat as well so that I don't miss out on any significant communications. No one wants that Kel Shyvana. I mean, Shyvana has a lot on her kit. That's really nasty. She can be built very differently. Like, she can go on hit with her Q. She can go AP with her ulti and her E. So I really think that Shyvana is really, really interesting to play around. And I think that especially if you have a strong team that plays well with dragons, then Shyvana just becomes that much more powerful. So again, those are respect bans, and they respect Kel as one of the better players in Shurima, so that's why they banned it out. And also because his pick was still coming around, so coming on around. Looks like we were just waiting for Kel. Noodle Magic's team, Piltover, is ready whenever. Very differently, like you can go on hit with her key. So again, those are respect bans. Doesn't look like my... Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't look like my chip eating is being picked up by the mic. I'm happy about that. If there's a bit of an echo, it's probably because of my video capture device. I can adjust that real quick. How about that? I think that fixes it for me. Because you can hear my voice, and I think, yeah, that's fine. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and let's see. How do I do this? Close client during game. Yeah. I think if I leave the client open, that's probably better off so that we don't have any upsetting things here. Did the game pick it up? Oh, it is. Fuck. Sorry, y'all. I'm hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. Anywho. I might have to mute my mic every time I do this. ASMR stream is a go. Eat away. Hey, man. I'm hungry. And these veggie straw chips are really, really good. So let me just go ahead and mute myself while we watch. They are the zest they're called Zesty Ranch, the ranch veggie straws. Yeah, just not with chocolate milk. Yeah, whoever Maddie was, I know who Maddie is. I'm just joking. But Maddie, that was a really bad take. Ranch. It's like saying I want something that's very like potatoy because it's technically still like potato chip esque, potatoy and ranch flavored with my milk. It's like saying you want oh, this gonna sound horrible. You want a Cool Ranch Doritos. Doritos is corn, I know, but Cool Ranch Doritos cereal where you pour like whatever milk. Let's make it as disgusting as possible. Let's say Cool Ranch Doritos with whole milk, and you start stirring it up. Sorry, Edgar. I just had to do that. You can thank Maddie for that image. But going back to snacks, yeah, Zesty Ranch veggie straws are the bomb. You can get them at your local grocery store. I got mine at Sam's. And we're just waiting for spectator delay to be over and done with. Go ahead and type in chat. I would like to get some more interaction going on. Go ahead and type in chat what your favorite snacks are. No combinations, just snacks, individual, as well as something you look forward to doing as we enter July. For all of our Americans out there, 4th of July is coming up. I'm looking forward to all the barbecuing and all the nice sales for American foods that come out. So, did you read my message, Joe? Did you message me? I don't think you did. In chat? Rolling through chat. I don't see it. Alright, must have missed it. The special thing about veggie straws, there's some that are like soft crunches, and then there's some like this that are like really, really shriveled because they're dried, that provide that optimal crunch. So, if you have sensitive teeth, be careful. But I don't, so. But yeah, these are great. Oh God, got people talking getting a little too happy about this quote unquote ASMR snack stream. We're still waiting on spectator delay. Looks like both teams are ready and ready to go. Will we see Shurima emerge victorious with a swift 2-0 victory versus Piltover? Or will Piltover claw back from the edge, from the depths of despair to make a 1-1 comeback here? Well, we'll figure that out in the next 20 to 30 minutes. So please stay tuned for some live action. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out some other things here too. For example, oh, might be a little too late. Let's see if we can do a Laldul. I can't speak today. Very quickly before everything concludes. Here we are. Classic. Do we have any guesses so far? I'll let y'all know when the game begins. Looks like the game just is about to begin. Do we have any guesses in chat? Ooh. Somebody say Poppy? Well, I mean, that's my champ, but let's see. Female, Mana. Pretty close. It's a later champion, though. Do we have any other guesses? We'll hold this. It's perfectly fine. We know that Poppy is not it. And I say that because the action has just started. Wrong thing. Why is it capturing that? Oh God. Say hi, chat, because you're clearly seeing chat there. Wrong thing. Gosh darn it. There we are. Oh God. Why is it like this? There is a fight going on, and I hate the fact that I can't show it. Looks like we got a flash early on by way of Noodle Magic. Flash heal going off, actually. And a nice 5-man means that Shurima is already starting off on the right foot. Go ahead and adjust the... remove the time controls, put up the scoreboard, and move around people as needed. We have a lot of wards coming out. Now it looks like they're trying to figure out what its Asian Fool's clear pattern is here. I think that's all set up. Boop and boop. Means that that's all done. Merrick just misses the timing there. I don't know if he'll have it up in time, but I mean, it'll come back up. Means that he is a few seconds behind there on the rotation. It looks like Fudge Cow manages to put down a ward, so they'll know when Merrick is blue side. Meanwhile, Tony Top already showing how quickly he can farm that. Dandelion is pushed back here. I'm not sure if Dandelion wants this fight, because Fudge Cow is very strong and is capable of just pushing him away, pushing Dandelion away from the wave. But but Fudge Cow does take a turret shot, and I'm not sure if that's the best situation there. Does have pots at his advantage or at his disposal. Why is my carrot? What is going on with my stream? Sorry, chat. Icon, thank you for subbing. I hate Streamlabs because we have so many different overlays, and why is this not working? Oh, it's saying it's popping up, but it's not. It turns right and then it turns black again. Let me see if chat is saying anything. The lights go out. Yeah, do you see this? It's weird. Oh my goodness. Give me 1 second. Let me adjust my window capture. Because clearly something is going terribly wrong here. Go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and move some stuff around to make sure that we are back, chat. Let's go. Okay. Well, it's just been a lot of farming on both sides. But overall, it looks like Fudge Cow is just doing quite well versus Dandelion here. Pushing him away from the farm again and again. Meanwhile, it looks like despite losing Flash and Heal, Shurima really hasn't been able to really make much off of it. Now, this does mean that Merrick is now looking topside. Fudge Cow might be in a tough spot here, tanking a little bit, and of course, Dandelion can just jump right in. So I'm not sure if they want this fight. Oh my goodness. Fudge Cow, please. There we go. It looks like Merrick is taken to the brink of death, but Fudge Cow is able to just slowly sustain back. Fudge Cow isn't in the best of spots, though, because he has Doran's Ring, which doesn't sustain as well as Dandelion's Doran's Shield. He already used up all his pots, which was one of the greater advantages. So it looks like he's just going to be farming a little bit more passively as he waits for that shield to pop back up again. Now he's backing, so he has he knows he has his TP up. Fudge Cow is now at a level disadvantage. But anyway, enough about that. Moving back over to bid. You see Matt is slowly moving up, trying to see if he can get a nice... Oh, that's a very narrow miss on the cube. But it was a very nicely angled... gank for mid. Flash is on top. Majestic gets on top of Miss Danzy, lands the Q, but with a very deft flash, it looks like he does. Miss Danzy gets away. I'm not sure if Fudge Cow wants this fight. He takes quite a bit, but overall, it's a near even trade, and it's only a matter of time before Lee Sin looks top here as well. Barely misses the Q there. But again, really great movement from Dandelion. Means that no action is resulted from top lane here. I need to move around my windows because my windows are now screwing up again. Hello? Anybody out there? There we go. We're back. Wanted to interact a little bit with the more with the Twitch chat. Fudge Gal gonna write a manifesto in approximately 1 hour. I believe it. Looks like as Matt gets his first back, we see Vi and Kel clearing away all of the Void Grubs here for free. It looks like they may be looking for a more aggressive push onto bot to prepare for that drag, because Matt already knows that top wave, given that Kel is missing, losing that mid wave, and that Dandelion is moving aggressively towards the river, topside river, that it's likely that all of those Void Grubs are gone. And they are. They just popped. So, looks like they have a 4-man bot, 4-man dragon here. And very similar to how they played the game 1, looks like Piltover is looking for those early dragons. Line and Fudge Cow trading it up. It looks like Fudge Cow actually came out ahead there. Really smart move by Fudge Cow to get that what is it called? The Oblivion Orb. Because of that, can I get rid of this? Thank you. Because of that, Fudge Cow is able to negate a lot of the healing that would come and sustain that comes from Zach just picking up his blobs. Really good trade by Dandelion there. Looks like we do see an ulti come down. Will Fudge Cow be able to kill Dandelion here? Fudge Cow lands quite a bit. Oh, a flash comes in, Dandelion, and both ultis used. It looks like Fudge Cow emerges at the victor here. Punch. You're gonna hear me do that a lot this game, because I'm starving now. Looks like we see a call build by Noodle Magic, because Noodle knows there's not gonna be a lot that goes on here. Really good catch from Kel, and a really good catch by Kel and Merrick and Majestic, means that Tahal is able to just ult right in the middle of where Miss Danzy is, and she goes down without so much as a wail. This is not professional. I need to stop. But damn, these tips are good. No, keep going. I'd rather not. Thanks, though. I'm not comfortable with these. Mods, can we get some chat restrictions? No, I'm joking. But I am mildly uncomfortable by those comments. Now it looks like Zach is already pinging the Void Grubs, because because Shurima knows that if they get all 6 again, they have so much pushing power, and they would really benefit. Especially as they are the next neutral objective up. But I mean, Tony Top's been doing a great job doing what Malzahar does. Push a lane to its extinction. But overall, really good job across the board for both teams. Really maintaining a tight goal difference here by way of just, I believe it's just 1K. Yeah, that's really good for what time it is right now. And it looks like we have Prio for Piltover in getting these Void Grubs. Kel isn't as healthy as he probably could be. Fudge Cow is very healthy. And it looks like Dandelion is looking to... It's Agentful lands it. Will there be an ulti come down? It's Agentful is looking dangerous here. And they're not able to do much more than that. Looks like... Oh my goodness. It looks like a 3-man down for Piltover as they secure the remainder, as Shurima secures the remainder of the Void Grubs. It's a rough call there because that does propel the mid, the jungle, and the top lane forward. But a lot was used, and we can only hope that that doesn't affect Piltover too terribly in the long run. Looks like Malzahar TP'd early for that drag prio. I really respect that. Meanwhile, we have Dandelion, whose TP is ready. Fudge Cows is coming up, but it's a little bit behind. Dandelion has double buffs, so Dandelion's already preparing himself for a potential TP angle. Question is, looks like with Matt backing, they're going to go ahead and give away the drag. That blue team has indeed slain the dragon. Y'all can hear that, right? I just want to make sure y'all can actually hear the audio. I just keep forgetting. Let the directed camera do its thing. In chat, could you let me know if you can hear the audio coming from the client? Because it should be popping up. I don't know why it's not. You don't think you can hear in-game audio? That's rough. Just about as rough as the absolute thrashing that Kel got mid here. Let me go and adjust that. You're going to see a black screen real quick. What is going on? Observer, there's only one capture device. Do I have to do it? I may have to do something interesting where I can't hear it, but y'all can. Let's see. My output device, my input device should be my Yeti. My output device should be my earphones. There we go. Does that fix anything? No? I don't think it did. That's unfortunate. What if I do this? Can y'all hear anything? Nope, not at all. What is going on? I fucking hate Streamlabs for this. There's a lot going on right now. It looks like Shurima is preparing for the Rift Herald. I can't deal with this. I hate it here. Let me go ahead and adjust the audio. You might hear the microphone move around a bit. That's just me moving it around. It looks like Fudge Cow immediately decided to ult Kel and look for anything to go on here. Blue team does finish off the dragon, but it looks like this has become a 1v1 and a 2v1 here. Will Kel be able to get it? Looks like Fudge Cow emerges victorious. It's Agentful living for a long time, but a really solid ult by Miss Danzy means that Dandelion is actually in trouble here. And looks like they do manage. What a flash! Dandelion actually is live here. Fudge Cow, how did Fudge Cow die? Was it the burn? It must have been the burn. That's crazy. But looks like it was a 1 for 2 overall. Kel dying, but Tony Top and Fudge Cow dying there. And as Vi did secure the Rift Herald, looks like that was still in favor for Shurima. You can see my cursor here, but let me see if I can adjust something, because my god, I would like to see the speakers work properly. Is it that? Let's see. Let's set it to default. If I do that, does that? No, it doesn't. It's audio input, not output. What is wrong with Streamlabs today? There it is, audio output capture. Thank the Lord. That just might be it. Let's see if that helps everything. Can y'all hear anything here? Oh yes, y'all can. That might have fixed it. We'll see. Dandelions, again, just dashing away, and it looks like they're gonna go for the kill here, because Dandelion is exposed without ulti, or without his passive. Dandelion dies to Fudge Cow. Meanwhile, Merrick is just pushing that top tower, gets the first and pushes it to the second tower. Very nice. Merrick is now having to escape. The greatest escapist is this man Houdini. Get this man a BoozeBash beanie. Oh, he does get caught. But was it a catch or was it a bait? Because its Asian Fool just got caught out by Tahala and Merrick's ulti combo. That was a very good ulti by Merrick to turn the tides and ensure that Matt could not react to what was about to happen. Looks like Shurima makes short work of the dragon, which means that they are now ahead of Piltover in terms of dragons. 2-1. Tony Top, while he is doing his best, he is in a dangerous spot here because, one, Kel has a burn on, which means that he may actually tank some damage here. Tony Top did lose shield, but he's able to quickly push out all the minions, making it much harder for Merrick and Kel to kill. Again, Kel's damage is damage over time. Merrick's damage, while it is burst, there's a specific window it could work because he's not necessarily going the tankiest of builds. So very nice, very smart of Tony Top of just pushing that as quickly as he could. Didn't help that Kel also did take a little bit of damage after those after the space aids moved on straight into onto Kel. So yeah. Ooh, that ricochet landing, it looks like it was a third of Newell Magic's health. You can already see Tahala working on their third item. The IE collector combo is just pretty nasty for a lot of these ADCs that Tahala just naturally plays. MF, Caitlyn, Jinx is okay, but ideally Caitlyn, MF, what's the other one he played just now? I can't think, I'm blanking. There's a couple though. Newell Magic may have to ulti here. Really smart ulti. Gets out, and it looks like Tahala's ult barely grazes Miss Danzy. Can't get much more than that. Good TP by Fudge Cow to stop the advance. Will Asianful and Asianful and Tony Top be able to find Kel? Looks like Kel is doing what he can, but this is a lot of damage going on. Oh no! If Kel had another Q up, it would have spelled doom for its Asianful and Tony Top. But they're able to get the kill and secure a free pick onto Kel. Dandelion looking for another pick here, knowing that Noodle Magic's ult is down, lands everything here. Well, Fudge Cow is ignoring the rest of the team, but it might be for the best here because he knows that he needs to keep them at bay. Merrick taken down to a significant amount. Fudge Cow does slay Merrick, and that immediately turns the tides. Piltover is shaping up, is locking in. They've raised themselves up from that 45-degree tilt on their gaming chair, and they've decided that they wanted to take this game and pick up the reins and drive it forward. Game 1 was won by Shurima. It was a very solid victory. And I applaud Piltover for doing what they could. They are wary. It looks like we see pings going down from its Asianful saying Zac is alive. They are wary of Dandelion's Zac. Most likely because Dandelion also has a TP that hasn't been used in a while. But I'm assuming that the dragon will slowly be coming up. It looks like they're already setting up vision for the bot side. Meanwhile, we see that we see just a standard fan of sorts from Piltover as they're just pushing the waves just far out enough to where they're not necessarily putting themselves in reach of danger. Dragon coming in a minute. We look at the gold here. Let's go ahead and change it to X. You can already see the gold lead that Tahala naturally has. This game, Dandelion's actually behind. Fudge Cow has been doing really well finding picks against Merrick, Dandelion, and I believe Kel as well. Matt has also been able to consistently keep up as they've been able to maintain a semblance of map control. So overall, I'd say really well done overall. I mean, Tony Top as well. Just able to mow down the waves as easily as he can with Malzahar. Doing really well in gold there as well. So, I mean, you can already see that despite Tahala, Kel, and Tahala, Majestic, and Merrick's best efforts, they're not necessarily able to do much more than that. Now, as the dragon spawns, looks like Shurima is already positioned really well to start this dragon. We see an ulti come down, and they're trying to look for that early engage. Looks like Miss Dandy splits the wave, splits the people, and the stun lock from that team is insane. Tahala connects with everybody there, and it looks like they're not able to do much more than gawk at all the damage. Kel flashes away to safety, and it looks like he does escape with his life. It becomes a 2-for-0 by way of Shurima. And unfortunately, this means that they are at soul point. Really good coordination from the Dandelion and from Tahala means that people can just be locked down for as long as they want. Merrick and Majestic are also great enablers in this situation here. Tony Top lands. Looks like Dandelion lands the Q against Tony Top. It just breaks the Black Shield. They're able to push up and get nice, I guess, not positioning, priority for Baron, if that's what they choose to do next. We do know that Dandelion's teleport is gone. So Fudge Cow could use this to his advantage and start splitting bot lane, forcing somebody to come and meet him. We'll see how this game plays out. It's a very close game. You can already see that it's a 100 gold difference across both teams. But of course, Tahala has yet again emerged with a clean sheet. we'll see if they're able to maintain that throughout the remainder of this game. I think that if that shutdown falls, Piltover may have a distinct advantage and may even go for a neutral objective on the board. Why is my director camera room being jank? Oh, I was adjusting the Twitch chat, so sorry about that brief pause. Dandelion again doesn't need to be on Dr. Mundo to show how quickly they can push a lane. Trying to figure out where the rest of Shurima is so that they can coordinate, or at least make sure that they don't fall prey to a sudden Zac drive-by. Excuse me. This mid lane is looking particularly volatile. It looks like they have 4 people positioned to try and go for something. Yeah, and with that, all 4 ultis dropping, it looks like a good route by Xayah, by Noodle Magic. Looks like they're able to try and connect 1-for-1. And we also have a TP coming down from Tony Top. It looks like we may be able to catch many people here. Will all of them fall? Oh my goodness, an ulti comes down. Merrick misses the Q. I'm not sure if they can actually keep going. To Hall of Falling means that they're able to get not only tier 2 tower mid, but also get that Baron. It looks like Tony Top is already on it. Moving forward, looks like they're able to get some towers in retaliation, Shurima, but this is a very, very critical Baron. This means that if they get this, they're able to maintain a huge defensive buff and potentially start sieging multiple lanes. So if Miss Zanzi can prevent Kel from pushing any further forward, this may mean, and with that, red team has slain Baron Nashor. Piltover getting that means that they are still alive and kicking. They are still moving forward. And I do applaud Shurima for getting as much as they did. But after wasting all of those ultis on the support, it ended up being they ended up not having much in terms of firepower to stop Fudge Cow, its Agent Fool, Noodle Magic, who was able to survive with deft movement and ulti. Just because of that, they were able to really win that fight easily. If Piltover could do that multiple times, they could actually win this set, or win this game, excuse me, not the set. We'll see about the set. Looks like they're looking at Noodle Magic. Will Noodle Magic be able to spot them out? It's a very dangerous position to be caught in, as Dandelion, Merrick, and Majestic are all poised to hollow there too. I think they suspect it, and which is why Noodle Magic immediately moves back. Its Agent Fool could be caught out in a very bad spot here, and with that, he just falls prey. It's a bush of death. Dying just before Drake falls, this means that Soul Point almost undoubtedly goes to Shurima. What a devastating loss. Very interesting flash by Kel. Was very, very uncertain of the hitbox there. Looks like he did not want to get hit, no matter the cost. Now, while that may be Soul Point, or while that may be Soul, Earth Soul, for Shurima, that doesn't mean that Piltover is not doing any damage. You already saw from last time that Fudge Cow is a raid boss to be reckoned with. Picking off anybody and ulting them means that they're likely going to die. Merrick died last time. We saw Kel die to it. Dandelion is just one that's next on the list, I think. But we'll see how that goes. It looks like Baron is about to expire, so we'll see how each team responds now that one, Shurima's buffed up, and two, it looks like they're looking for a gank here. They know for a fact that Leona's up there. I believe they did get the tier 2 turret there. Dandelion finds one. A good ulti means that Majestic is caught out. Can Miss Dancy get out? Looks like Miss Dancy's caught out in the crossfire. Majestic decides to go back in, pausing for grand effect. Fudge Cow is now ulting Merrick, and it looks like Merrick is caught. If Tony Top is able to walk out, this isn't looking too good. Fudge Cow gets it, and it's already a 2-4-1. Again, focusing all their efforts on the support as if the support is the sole carry. I think this is not the direction that Shurima is wanting to take. Again, while Miss Dancy does die, they do get something off of it. I don't think that was the best trade. What a disgusting show here. It looks like Dandelion is just trying to do what he can, or do what they can to prevent that turret from falling. But an ulti mid-jump means that Tony Top is able to catch them off, and Dandelion also falls. Really good catches, really good picks now. And I mean, you can already see both teams are online in terms of their damage. We saw it because, of course, it's a very cheesy comp that Shurima has. But its Agent Fool is already packing some heat. Fudge Cow is a raid boss, as mentioned before. Tony Top can just sustain and play safe. And if the team comes, he can just immediately lock somebody down, just like how Merrick and Majestic and Dandelion have been doing for Shurima. So, if anything, it's a bit of the know your enemy augment from TFT. A flash ulti by Fudge Cow means that he's looking to kill. Kel is in a rough spot here. I'm not sure if Kel lives, and with some help from Miss Danzy, looks like they managed to get another kill. Again, not necessarily an overstep, but that is a rough spot to be in for Kel. We're approaching the 30, almost 35 minute mark. The Baron is about to spawn in a minute. And as long as both teams play it safe, we may see a Baron fight. You kind of wish MF with lethality. Well, the interesting thing is Collector is now more of a crit item. So that means that crit builds are like more effective, especially if you have ultis that are like strong, like you have strong hitting ultis. So, and that means that you can also have auto attacks that also hit like crazy. Naturally, I think a lot of the crit items are pretty good for the ADCs. Lethality, I think, was initially meant for assassins, and I think Riot Games is kind of making sure that that remains the case. Randuin on Lee Sin is a very smart buy, and it means that he will survive as long as he can. Looks like that ulti lands on no one. Miss Danzy is stuck, but I'm not sure if that was the right call. Again, it looks like Tahala's moving in a difficult situation. Fudge Cow pushing. Oh, looks like the Guardian Angels is down. They kill Majestic, and they do kill Tahala here. They have two goals here. They can either go and get Baron, or push that push for inhib turret. And I think the Baron call is the much smarter play. It's the safer play here, because they essentially went 4 for 2. They basically have 4 people alive. They killed Tahala again, and again, there's not much answer once Tahala's off the field. I'm not saying that Tahala is the entirety of Shurima right now, but I don't think Dandelion, Merrick, and Kel can match the combined forces of Piltover as it stands without the aid of Tahala. If we look at the levels right now, Noodle Magic 16 to Tahala's 15, so Noodle Magic's now ahead. The top and Tony Top and Silver on that Malzahar is level 18, absolutely decimating Kel at level 16. Fudge Cow at level 18 to Dandelion 16. It looks like they've just been doing a really good job this game of CSing as much as they can. Majestic is caught out.
It looks like they may be looking for something here. Fudge Cow is looking very aggressively. Gets an early ult onto Dandelion here. Fudge Cow is moving back just to see if they can do anything here. Everybody gets out. Majestic just about got caught, but I think with all of those that went out, I'm not sure if that was exactly worth it. Agentful might be caught. Very nice W means that he gets out alive. Again, another catch. Dandelion doesn't have passive, so might be a rough spot to be in. Does Dandelion die? It's Agentful is looking for blood. He went back in again. Miss Dancy with a really dangerous, oh my goodness, that was a very dangerous blast cone. But it looks like they're able to get out. And Dandelion actually does have a TP, so they might get that ready. I have a feeling they're going to try and pull out this Elder Drake. And this Elder Drake dropping means doom for either team. This is a really good position for either team to be in, because again, we have Earth Soul, so they have defensive. We also have Baron buff for Baron. Oh god, Fudge Cow. The ulti of, oh my gosh. Looks like the team is a little uncoordinated in their efforts. They do get Majestic, but I'm not sure if it was exactly worth it because they lost Fudge Cow in the process. Will they be able to get much more than that? Its Agentful lands. Looks like gets a nice ulti off. Will its Agentful be able to get this? Blue team stole it, and it looks like with that, it's looking dire now for Piltover. All of them have fallen. It is an ace by way of Dandelion, and now Shurima says, we've ascended. They have hit their power spikes, and they're now ready to push on in their conquest towards victory. Great. That was a lot of things happening. There were a lot of triggers that were pulled early. An early start by Piltover to get that positioning without necessarily starting the dragon meant that Shurima could just bait cooldowns and get to a position where they just overpower them with their ultis when everybody was ready. Fudge couldn't dodge an ulti. Tony Top went for a Hail Mary play to stop the Tahala's ult, which again would have been great if the rest of the team was there to follow. But Majestic with a really nice just pin down, suppressed 3 people, and allowed the rest of Shurima to get the rest of the team to kill Fudge Cow and Tony Top really quickly. Despite Elder Drake being such a fearsome buff, it does last for a very short time. So this just means that Shurima is back in the game. It doesn't mean that they have ended the game just yet. We're heading into the 40-minute mark. Almost everybody should be full build. Should be is the word. But it looks like we can already see how each team and each player is building here. Kel is going for that sustain as long as they can build. Kel, it looks like Dandelion is fully, has a lot of MR. Just the Thorn Mail. I'm not sure if that's going to be effective against its Agentful and Noodle Magic, but it's certainly effective against Fudge Cow. Merrick is going for the traditional Bruiser build. Looks like, and it's working quite effectively too. Misfortune with the, what's one of the newer items? I actually don't know what's called off the top of my head. Yunta Wild Arrows. Critical attack supplies stacking bleed that deals physical damage over 2 seconds. The bleed actually goes crazy, so I actually do think that's an interesting path to take. And then, of course, Majestic going for the all-in support build, where making sure that Tahala stays alive is her primary goal. On the other side, we see its Agentful with that mixed build. He decided to go, I think that last item may end up being Deadman's. I stand corrected. It's we know the random was in effect. We knew that, oh, it was a Warmox, I see. Looks like he's just going for being a beefy tank that makes sure that Fudge Cow and Tony Top are not alone when they go in. Tony Top is looking very strong with his dot build. And Noodle Magic is now working on their last item here. Navori with LDR, LDR with Kraken and Infinity Edge. This is a standard crit build. Gotta love it. One thing to note though is Miss Danzy is a champion too. She can do a lot of damage as well. This could be absolutely a make it or break it if a stray Luxalt, not even a stray one, a good Luxalt lands on Dahala or Kel or Merrick. Likely won't kill Dandelion because, again, Dandelion just stacked all of that MR. But we'll see what happens here. A very good buffer by Merrick. Looks like Fudge Cow misses the ult because Merrick was able to ulti that. Not sure if they want to get the Baron now, and they know that with Fudge Cow's ulti gone, we may have to wait a little bit. Let's see what the timer on that is. It's 74 seconds, so it means that if they decide to go for the Baron now, it'll be rather rough. Tony Top is being run down by Dandelion here. Looks like they're trying to make sure that Tony Top is not in this fight. But again, as both teams know how precarious this game is, looks like they're playing it cautiously. And with that in mind, it looks like Fudge Cow will be able to have his ult up. That also means that this Elder Drake becomes yet again another source, another point of interest for both teams. Dandelion looking at a really nice death burst, but it has already been cut out because of the Void Scuttle Crab. Let's see what the team decides to do here. Looks like the team is a little split. We know where they are. Lands on Dandelion here. That Q is very solid. And looks like they decide to make sure that the mid lane is pushed. Very solid choice. Now the question is, do they go for Tony Top, who's been pushing the wave by themselves? Or do they risk initiating the fight? A good bait. It looks like Asian Fool was trying to go for something there. Dandelion really brought really low. Fudge Cow is in there against Kel. Looks like Kel is trying to stay alive as possible. But Tahala is able to get the kill there. Will Tahala be able to get much more than that? Looks like Dandelion's able to get back into the fight here. This is still anyone's game. It's a 4v4 now. No Kel, no Fudge Cow. What will that mean? It's Asian Fool knowing that he has to sustain. He might be still looking for something here. Looks like they do land everything on top of... Oh my goodness, this is still anyone's game. It looks like Tahala's Guardian Angel popped, and Dandelion, with all that damage, is able to just take out the rest of the team. Looks like Dandelion is not done. Tony Top is in danger. Will Tony Top be able to do anything else? With a couple of bashes, Dandelion does secure it. And that's another Elder Drake going by way of Shurima. With all the units, with all the players now up, there's no doubt that Shurima will go for this Baron. The only question is, what will Piltover do? Can I zoom out a bit? I can. Thought I did last time. Here we are. Oh, it zoomed back in. I don't know why it did that. What's going on? There we go. All right. Now with both Baron and Elder Dragon, all that's left is a proper siege. could see that Misfortune, her GA went down, but she has Zephyr and she's now full build. She doesn't have to farm anymore. Similarly, we know that Dandelion also doesn't have to farm. Merrick is finishing their last item. Will Miss Dandy be caught? It looks like it was a nasty catch. And Merrick does slay Miss Dandy. With all of that bruiser, with that bruiser build, it's no surprise that Merrick was able to tank as many tower shots as he did. And again, the Elder Dragon made quick work of Miss Danzy. Tony Top needs to be careful here. Could be in a bit of danger. Just need to make sure that nobody is in death's door here. Fudge Cow, while Fudge Cow is doing okay, and can sustain back a lot of that damage, not sure if he's going to be able to live through the execute range here. Again, they're just going to have to play it safe and make sure that the Elder Drake dies out before they do anything else. Fudge Cow now being able to pull that cannon into range means that they're able to ensure the tower lives for a little bit longer, but it does fall. Looks like Piltover is slowly finding their base broken into. Now the next init falls, but we know for a fact that the Elder Dragon is gone, so this may be the opening they needed to end this game. Agentful wanted an insect, but was caught out instead. A really good set of ultis means that Agentful gets caught, but remember, they put all of their eggs in one basket, killing its Agentful. It looks like Fudge Cow is staying alive as long as he is. It looks like they're able to get one back. This actually isn't terrible. Tahala and Majestic died, and now Dandelion just died as well. It looks like Tony Top is able to just TP away, and he's doing that so that he can actually go ahead and get rid of that first tower and get the next tower as well. This may be the second win that Piltover needed. The overstay was crazy. After that Elder Dragon buff died out, its Agentful decided that he had enough and wanted in. And while he died, taking everybody's ults, his sacrifice was not in vain. Merrick did stop Tony, and it looks like they were not able to push much further than that tier 2 turret top lane. But again, it's these small steps that pave the way for a win. So it looks like with that progressive play, the map control returns to a greater sense of equilibrium. Piltover lived through 2 Elder Drakes. That is crazy. Is it correct to go PD instead of Boots with Zephyr? Well, unfortunately, I'm not the right person to ask because I don't use that. I'm not an ADC, nor do I use any of those specific items. That would be better asked towards players like Zach, who is in the chat. Looks like Shurima is looking bot here, getting all of that priority set up for the next Elder Drake. We are here seeing 3 Elder Drakes. Ladies and gentlemen, has this ever happened in BoozeBash tournament history? This is a crazy game 2. And again, it takes one mistake to really set everything in motion. It looks like they do find somebody. Kel having to flash there? I'm not entirely sure if that flash was necessary. But we know that Kel's flash is now gone. I'm not sure if Piltover knows that, but that is crazy. It's Agentful not making the same mistake, decides to check every bush. And I respect that. Fudge Cow making sure that Dandelion doesn't push any further than he is. Looks like Danzy, Agentful, Noodle Magic, and Tony Top are finding their death rush. Ooh, some missed skill shots. Oh, Dandelion interrupts Fudge Cow, and this means that Fudge Cow will not be in this fight for Piltover. Dandelion might look for a TP instead here. It might look rather difficult. The bot wave has pushed in drastically too. This may be a good angle for a backdoor if they find it. Nope, it looks like Fudge Cow decides to go defend, which means that this Drake is already that much more in favor of Shurima. But they are backing away, which means that they know it's a game of attrition. It looks like Shurima knows this is a game of attrition. They don't need to do much to get to get through the Piltover's defenses, because we have two sets of waves pushing in. That turret is dead, the way I see it. In a short matter, red team's turret did fall, and that turret's going to take significant damage here. I'm not sure if that was the best. I'm not sure if this stall out is the best situation. Majestic caught out here, trying to make sure that nothing else happens. If Majestic dies here, it becomes a really bad situation. You could already see Noodle Magic managing to kill. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a TP for Zac. They're trying to make sure that this Elder Drake goes down towards them, and they will be able to secure this. Fudge Cow wasn't able to make it in time because he had to make sure that his, oh gosh, Tony Top and Merrick are stopped. They're gonna have to try and do what they can here, but look at how tanky Merrick is. Merrick's gonna be able to likely kill Tony Top here with the burn. Oh my goodness, everybody's falling left, right, and center. This really is the end of Piltover. And with that, it's Agent Fool and Noodle Magic can only do so much. Noodle Magic falls to the burn. Dandelion landing nice slows, and Tahala's slow confirms it as well. Kel defending that situation here. GG's to Shurima. They have ascended, folks. Now, can we get the mods to put in the MVP in the Twitch chat before I turn it off? I would love for all that stuff, all that jazz to be set up and organized. Very good job to Shurima there. Able to close out the game after being behind at some point. Let's see if we can see that we can see that.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Is this Kel?
No, this is Merrick.
This is Medic. Hello, hello. Congrats on your victory. Yeah, dude, I'm so sorry. I don't know any of the captions, if I'm being honest. So
It's me and a Noodle.
Noodle, got it. Well, there we go. But yeah, congrats on your victory. It was absolutely amazing to see you guys decimate Piltover there. I mean, y'all did it methodically. Game 1, Game 2, it was a slow start. But y'all were able to get back and get 3 Elder Drakes, honestly.
Yeah, it was also a fact of like, the longer we waited, the better our chances were.
Yep.
Like, especially with 2 super minion waves, like, just destroying their base while they're playing patty cake.
Wait, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Apparently, all of my audio has been just absolutely dog shit. So let me see if I can fix that. I'm not sure if they can hear you. Could you say something again?
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear now?
I can hear myself, yeah.
No. Yeah. Let me see Edgar. Edgar's been messaging me. I'm trying to do no. The thing is, it's showing that it's reading on Streamlabs, but it's not picking up apparently, which is why I'm so confused.
Well, you can hear me through the stream because I'm watching it. I can hear myself coming back.
Mm-hmm.
They think it just says I'm quiet.
That you're quiet? I can. Oh. Let me just move you up. Say something now.
Hello.
Okay, yeah, you're peaking now, so hopefully they can hear you now. Better, they said. They said the Streamlabs audio source was awkward. But I think that's reverb. As long as they could hear you, I think that's fine.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, great job. I mean, I loved your drafts as well. You had a really good lockdown comp both games. The having Vi, Leona, and Zach just constantly making sure all of them are corralled in one spot while Tahala ults. Very smart. Having you guys do, what was it? Was Rel plus Amumu, and Mundo just constantly making sure that the front line protected the back line, and on top of that, the front line just constantly pushed all the side lanes with their demolished procs. It was smart. I like the way that y'all played those games, and it was absolutely great to see that. Some questions. Was there any doubt that this would have gone to game 3 going on in y'all's minds midway through game 2?
There a couple times, but not really.
Gotcha.
It was more so of if they get Elder and actually push with it, they can actually win the game. But both teams were trying to play really passive, and we were winning as you said earlier, the war of attrition.
Yep.
And that's mainly what it was.
Yep. And I think y'all also had a good eye on the side lanes. Y'all were able to make those macro plays because you made sure to prioritize having lanes pushed when you were taking down those neutral objectives. When y'all stalled out the game for as long as you did to allow the mid and the bot minions to push in, it was really smart. And because of that, y'all were able to get Nexus towers for that. Fudge Cat wasn't able to move to respond to anything, and honestly, overall, y'all just played really well in terms of coordination. So again, congrats to you guys. What do you have? Do you have anything to say to either Piltover or any of the other Chemtech teams?
I hate Matt Sleason. Like, it's annoying to deal with.
That is absolutely fair. I mean, you got just desserts on it right before the game ended. You did manage to kill Tony Top and Matt there.
I did not kill Matt. He ran away.
Oh, he ran away. Regardless, he stalled it out. Yeah.
He kept ward dashing away.
It's Matt. Yeah. But I mean, great job, you guys. What about to the other teams? Do you have anything to say to Crystal Scar or to Targon?
Not really.
Not really. All good.
No.
I guess actions fare better than words in Summoner's Rift.
Yes.
So we shall see those games coming up. Look forward to seeing you play the other teams. And with that, I'll conclude the interview. Alrighty. I'm about to wrap things up. Hopefully, we've squared away all the loose ends in terms of like MVP, prediction, getting, I guess we didn't do predictions as we should have, but getting all those stuff squared away next time. But again,
Grant did post MVP
right? Perfect. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching today's cast. Again, this was Your Cup of Joe. Thanks for having me today. Thanks for letting me snack while I watched a wonderful set. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.